Tipplemore Music Publishing.
Hey, Michael.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I like the colors in the room.
Hey, I got that from your room.
Oh, you have the
from
hue
the
lights?
chorus.
Are those
Yeah.
the hue lights?
Yeah, from the chorus. I love it, man.
It's awesome, man.
I have a question, Michael.
Yeah,
It's-
I got
it's-
an answer, hopefully.
I hope you do, man. It's sort of off topic, but it's regarding your publishing entity.
Yeah.
And my question is this. When you set up your publishing entity, will it collect the sync license fee only, or does it collect both front and back end income?
No, okay, so when you say your publishing entity, do you mean
Like your LLC.
Okay, perfect. All right, so here's the way that's going to work. If you're handling and administering everything on your own, then you're, like for example, I'm going to be called Michael Elsner Publishing, right? I have an LLC called Michael Elsner Publishing. And I'm handling all the administration on my own, then yes, that would be collecting the upfront sync license fee, okay? On the back end royalties would be collected by your PRO that you're associated with. So currently I'm a BMI writer, right?
Mhm.
So if I license a song to you, you're a supervisor or whatever, and we make a deal that you're going to pay me $1,000 or whatever, then yes, my publishing entity, because it's controlling the sync, it controls the copyright, is going to collect that upfront income. BMI, when that TV show airs, is going to pay me as the writer, my writer share, and it's going to pay my publishing entity the publishing share on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I got you.
So that's the reason why, like a lot of times when you sign like with a library, libraries often ask for your publishing for a certain term, and that's kind of part of the deal. Hey, listen, we're securing the deals, so they also are getting paid on the back end through the publishing entity, right? So that's the reason why there's always a lot of times an exchange of publishing rights for a certain term that's specific to the contract that you have.
Okay. Can I ask you one more question?
You can.
Okay. It's still involving the publishing.
Oh.
Now, okay, let me see how I can ask you this. All right. When you establish your publishing entity, is that entity entitled to the publisher's share of what the publisher received for publishing your composition? Sort of like the music industry, if you get where I'm coming from. Sort of like mechanical royalties?
Yeah. So, well, the publisher will always get, the publisher by definition, according to copyright law, controls the copyright, right? So you write a song, okay? Let's say you write a song called, Sunny Day, whatever. Okay, and Mario, the songwriter, is always going to be getting the songwriting royalty, forever and ever and ever. And your publishing entity, we'll call it Mario's Music, LLC or whatever, right? That's your publishing entity. They're going to control anything related to the copyright, meaning that if a license comes your way, they're going to be the ones who have to sign it. They're going to be the ones who have to actually sign and negotiate the deal, because they, by definition, that entity is controlling the copyright of Sunny Day, right? Now, when you sign a license, there are two fees. There's a master fee and a sync fee. A lot of times now they're all combined. It's a one-stop shop, right? Theoretically, you could have it to where Mario, controls the master, and Mario's Music controls the publishing or the sync, right? But all that money would essentially funnel to the LLC. That would also be the wisest thing. Also for tax purposes down the road, because then you can start writing off a lot of stuff, such as your gear, your studio. If you own a house, you can write off a portion of the house that is your studio. There's a lot of cool things that you can do by owning an LLC, by the way.
Yes.
If you don't own an LLC, I would recommend. There's a book called LLCs for Dummies. It's how I learned how to run mine, and it was great. Actually, those for Dummies books are fantastic. But that entity would always control that income, right? And always control the licenses for that. As far as the back end, like I said, Mario would get the songwriting income, the publishing from BMI or ASCAP or CSAC, whatever, would come to Mario's Music LLC. Now, what you could do later on down the road, or whenever, is if at some point you decide that you don't want to administer your catalog anymore, Mario's Music LLC could hand the publishing rights over to another entity, another company, another admin, whatever. Okay. At that point, they're now controlling the publishing. Now, depending on your deal, you can do a co-publishing deal, you can do a number of different things. But let's say, for simplicity's sake, they are now adminning. You give them 100% control over the song. So now company A is adminning the song for Sunny Day. You're still the songwriter. If they get a placement down the road, they're most likely going to split that upfront fee with you because, again, Mario still owns the master, right? Company A is now controlling the copyright, so they're controlling the sync license. So basically, there's two licenses, master and sync. They'd split it in half. You'd get half up front. They'd get the other half. On the back end, when that show airs, your PRO is going to collect money for you, being the songwriter. But because you're no longer controlling the publishing, Company A will collect the publishing for Sunny Day. If it's a 3-year deal, after 3 years, you could contact that publishing company and say, I no longer want to work with you. And then you'd have to sign a couple of pieces of paper. The rights to Sunny Day would revert back to Mario's Music LLC.
Oh, so it's all about transferring when you're dealing with
Then you can move things elsewhere. Now, when it comes to transferring, right, you take your song, let's just say for the heck of it, who are you registered with? ASCAP, BMI, CSAC?
I'm going to go through BMI.
Cool, that's fine. So what happens is it's very simple. You have your song, Sunny Day. You've registered it with BMI. You're the songwriter. Mario's Music is the publisher. When it comes time that you choose to hand that the administration of the publishing over to another company, there's just a piece of paper that you fill out for BMI, and you say Sunny Day by me, written by me, and this was the old publisher, Mario's Music, is now going to be controlled by Company A Publishing.
Is that the letter of relinquishment?
I don't know what the term is. Maybe it's called relinquishment, but it's basically just like a one sheet that you just fill out and you send in to them. And internally at BMI, they then go in to that song and they will change the publishing over. Now, once the deal is over, you just reverse the process.
Mm-hmm.
They now, because of the contract, they now grant that publishing back to you. That has to go back to BMI. They have to have someone there go in and move it back to Mario's Music.
It makes sense, man. I really appreciate that. I
Cool,
love
man.
the course, Michael.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.